You can't expect me to tell a story straight. In this video, I start off as I wanted to discuss Taiwan, which I don't have much to discuss. I think the Taiwanese people are very, very sweet. And Taiwan is beautiful, but I've worked here in a school, so I have not got into the traveling mode. So I end up starting about Taiwan and talking about health and going off in all sorts of tangents. So please, please, please tolerate me. Okay, thank you. I don't really know if it's a hot afternoon outside, which it is, and my condition is on 26. Or it's the fact that I've eaten extremely hot food with lots of ginger and garlic in it. But that makes me feel slightly hot and slightly uneasy. So I wonder if that's got anything to do with my health, or is it that I'm eating very hot food in a very hot place that has a hot climate, basically. Good morning, or whatever time it is, wherever you are. I just have some things to say about Taiwan. So if I had to say maybe 10 things about Taiwan, I would say that the Taiwanese people are very friendly and very accommodating and very polite. And I guess that's what they get from Japan, because Taiwan was under the Japanese influence for a few years. And now China wants it back. But Taiwan doesn't technically belong to any country. Taiwan is a democracy. And as far as I'm concerned, I've met Taiwanese people everywhere in the world. And I found them extremely nice. I mostly meet them in Chiang Mai because Chiang Mai is a beautiful place. And I love the markets. I love the fact that even though it seems like you don't get everything in Taiwan, you eventually do. You have to search for it, but you'll find it. A while ago, I thought there was no mint in my county. But I was wrong. Suddenly, there was mint everywhere. Everybody was selling mint. And I had not seen mint for a long, long time. Then I felt that, I felt that about a lot of things. And eventually found them. And I eventually found some very tasty stuff too. Like maybe I've already told you about the 100-day egg, 100-year egg, or 1,000. They have different names, but it's the same egg, which is black and translucent in color. And what I like about it the most is the soy sauce that they have, a thick soy sauce with a lot of wasabi or mustard. And that's heavenly. That's just absolute heaven. I like the train service in Taiwan. And I like the fact that it's not very costly. Taiwan is a class act. It's classier than most countries that have a similar currency. But still, Taiwan is not the most costly place on earth. When I met my friend Chris in Penang, as I was telling you, I found out that Taiwan was 1.5 times costlier than Thailand. And I thought that was fine. I thought that was okay. But there's something about Thailand that always got to me. And I guess Thailand has a lot of temples. And I feel that there is a strong sense of magnetism in Taiwan, which is not necessarily very positive. It's almost slightly scary. The first time I started traveling, I did Singapore, and then I went to Malaysia. And when I went to Malaysia, I was lucky enough to be dropped at Hang Kasturi, which was the name of the street where my backpackers was. It was a very cool backpackers, and then they told me to buy buy some lock and key so I could keep my stuff. And it was my first time. I mean, I stayed a night or two in Singapore, but here I was in Malaysia, and I felt very comfortable in Malaysia. I liked Malaysia. We were right next to Chinatown, which has Chinese temples like you can see in Taiwan too. And here we are off again on a tangent. We are talking about totally different stuff from what I wanted to talk about. And such is life. That's the way life is. You know, you try to go in a certain direction and life changes and you end up going somewhere else. And you have to be prepared for it. It's the definition of maturity. So we could sit on the terrace and we could see the monorail, which was very cute. And the markets were then. There was the banana leaf restaurant where I could eat for two Malaysian ringgits, which was like $20. 20 bahts, which is nothing. It's like 63 cents. And I could have some amazing rice and sambar. It was heavenly. And then when I had to go to, from Malaysia, when I had to go to Thailand, I just felt this strange fear. Because from Malaysia, I did go to Philippines. I went to Philippines and that was heavenly. In a strange way, Philippines is beautiful because I went to Bohol and Cebu. And it was stunning, I promise you that. But I didn't stay there for long. I just wanted to quickly visit and come back. That was Philippines for you. And then when I came back, when I had to go to Thailand, I felt this strange sort of a fear. I mean, I just felt very, very afraid. And I do believe in black magic, and I apologize for any sense of superstition that you might feel that I'm casting upon you. But I felt this strong fear when I entered Thailand, and I was in Penang. So basically you had to take a train, overnight train from Kuala Lumpur to Penang. And then I met this guy who was an Indian, Canadian or what have you. And he told me, oh, it's fun. And he used to like the Thai women, if you know what I mean. And I am not into that kind of a thing, if you know what I mean. And he said, no, it's fun. It's cheaper than here. The internet is better. But I just felt very uncomfortable as I got down at Hatyai and I was on my way to, what is it called? Krabi. Oh my God. And my world changed after Thailand. I reached Krabi at 2 in the morning, as I usually do, because even in Philippines I reached very, very late, and somebody took me on a bike and dropped me. As you do. And then even in Krabi, that's exactly what happened. But the backpackers was amazing, and I met my friend Emma, who's from London, or rather, not even Bristol, Brighton, see. And that's the best. Let's continue this story somewhere else. I wanted to show you Taiwan markets, but this is the Taiwan market, by the way. And that's how it is. Thank you for listening. Have a nice day.